are you?
Hi there, I have some jewellery to sell.
OK.
High-end pawnbroker James tends to be a creature of habit.
Can I throw that away? They've got a chip on it.
Nothing wrong with that, it's usable.
James hates change because it means he's got to start remembering things.
Have we seriously got a water dispenser?
Yeah, would you like to come and have a look at it?
Oh, no.
I think he'd rather go back to an ink and a feather pen rather than use a computer.
I've got this, I don't know, it's got asking me to do things.
Good morning, Prestige.
At headquarters, there are big changes afoot.
Today is absolutely manic. We've got a guy banging about. There's new staff, new desks. It's all 100 miles an hour. I don't know what's going on.
Just deciding which pictures to go on which walls. Maria's got her new desk. We're getting there.
Generally, absolutely mad, crazy. I'll probably come back in tomorrow morning and this won't be a pawnbroker's anymore. It'll be a specialised AstroTurf shop or something.
In the relative peace and quiet of the Weybridge branch, memorabilia expert Lawrence has received his latest inquiry.
It's not often I'm actually knocked into silence by a piece of memorabilia, but I'm absolutely taken aback by this piece. It's a guitar that Alvin Stardust, from 12 years old, started taking around with him and getting signed by many famous rock legends. Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Eddie Cochran. It's just an absolute who's who of artists of that genre, and this is truly an amazing piece of memorabilia. But it's not even memorabilia, this is history. And to actually be able to touch this, work with it and try and sell it and still keep it in the public eye is an absolute privilege.
You know, I told you Daddy had a big head.
Alvin Stardust's wife Julie and their 15-year-old daughter Millie live with their dog Teddy in West Sussex.
Good boy. Ooh, look at you, you little show-off.
Julie married singer and performer Alvin in 1992.
There were like 2,000 people outside the church. I got out of the car and it took me about 25 minutes to get from my car to the actual church because it was like banks of people. Everybody's wedding day is supposed to be amazing, isn't it? Mine was fantastic. So we were married for 23 years when he passed away. So that's that one. And then this one, Alvin played the child catcher, and this is on the stage at the Palladium. I was so proud of him because he was absolutely brilliant in it. He wasn't always brilliant, I have to tell you. But he was particularly brilliant in that show. Come into my treasure trove. This is where I play. Ta-da! Ta-da! What girl hasn't got these in our wardrobe, eh? I met Alvin doing a tour of a show together, Godspell, and I've done loads of shows in the West End. And then I had my daughter, and I decided to travel with Alvin, singing more with him. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? He had that for a Christmas tour that we did. I reckon we have about 200 outfits, more or less.
You look really young.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that. Young? What do you mean? Well, look, remember when we did that?
Yeah.
And what did you used to do every time
I used to want to fly with you.
That is...
That's Daddy's favourite picture.
Yeah, that was Alvin's favourite picture.
Dad told me he loved me every single day.
I know he did.
He was amazing.
At least once a day.
At least once a day, maybe 5 times a day.
Yeah. He's certainly irreplaceable.
Sadly, Alvin passed away almost 2 years ago at the age of 72, leaving behind his most treasured possession.
So, here it is. So, from the age of 14, he just took it everywhere with him and got it signed. There's so many people on this guitar that actually, if I just show you a few, this one here is Buddy Holly. Then we've got the 4 Beatles on there. We've got the original Stones, that's the one with Brian Jones. All these amazing, amazing performers, you know. And it really wasn't about oh, I'll get signatures and I'll get loads of money later on in life. It was nothing to do with that when he did it. It was a passion of being a fan of all the artists, really. And then it suddenly struck him. And I think it was about 10 years before he died. And he said, Jules, this could be your future, that I can sit back and think, I've kept us safe. In my head, I've decided I'm not putting any price on it. I'm only putting my toe in the water. I might not even sell it. You know what I mean? And there's a part of me that doesn't know whether I want to sell it yet or not. I do feel like I'm giving a piece of him up, to be honest, but I feel like I'm giving it back to the public. That's what I'm doing, because this deserves to be out there. I think people to enjoy it.
In Hatton Garden, there's another inquiry for designer handbag expert Claudia.
Oui. Hello. All right, lovely. Okay, thanks. Bye. So I just heard from a guy called Rodrigo. He's got some Louis Vuitton travel bits that he wants to sell, and a couple of Cartier watches. Well, from that picture alone, I can see that he's very, very stylish, loves his designer brands, and I mean, come on, a man who can wear red shoes like that is a brave man. And I actually can't wait to meet the human Ken doll. I'm really excited.
The luggage and watches belong to 33-year-old Brazilian-born fashionista Rodrigo.
I do live my life to the maximum, the best way that I can possibly can. I do take pride of my appearance. I have had plenty of plastic surgery. People say that I have the most perfect looking teeth. But my favorite body part and money very well spent, it is my six-pack. Here in Marbella, I have a holiday apartments. They're very cozy apartments, a very nice, good location, and they're always rented, always.
At just 17 years old, Rodrigo inherited 11 rental apartments from his grandparents.
So today I have 14 guys arriving from London. They have rented all my properties on this floor. And just a bit of air freshener, so it's nice and perfumed.
Rodrigo also has properties in America and the UK.
London, it is where I unpack my luggage, do all my laundry, get changed, and get ready to go off to the West Coast.
During his short stays in London, Rodrigo has just one goal.
I'm about to have a driving lesson right now for the very first time in my life, at the age of 33 years old. All my friends drive, everyone in my family drive. I'm the only one who doesn't.
Lovely. What I'm going to do is get you in that car nice and safe, make yourself comfortable. So now what I want us to do is to look over your left shoulder, the other left shoulder.
Oh, your left shoulder, yeah.
And you're going to lift that and push the button in. Keep your feet perfectly still. Now,
Just by doing that, the car starts moving.
Steer to your right.
I don't want to sound too cocky, but it's quite easy, actually.
Let's move over to the left, because in this country, we drive on the left.
Oh, this is so heavy.
To pay for his driving lessons and his first car, he's planning to sell a piece of Louis Vuitton luggage.
Oh. This beautiful truck here. It's pretty much ornamental. There's no use for it at all whatsoever. I'm willing to sell it for £10,000.
Rodrigo also has 2 Cartier watches he's hoping to sell.
These are Cartier Santos. It was given to me by my granddad, and it is a white gold watch with gold trimmings and diamond and sapphire on the side. All those diamonds was added on later by Cartier themselves. I attract too much attention as it is, and wearing a watch like that, I can be a target. So I have another Cartier watch. I like this watch very much, but it doesn't suit me because it's too big for my wrist. With my Louis Vuitton truck, my diamond watch with sapphire, my white gold Cartier, I'd like to raise £66,000. And I do hope that that will be able to buy me a nice, decent, okay car.
At the pawn shop's headquarters, Chief Operations Officer Deborah has a surprise for boss James.
You having problems with that, James?
Yeah, don't shred.
I've bought us a new, proper, industrial-sized office shredder.
Well, how much did the new industrial-sized shredder
Doesn't matter how much, it was cheap.
Better have a look at it. What the? You are kidding me, aren't
James,
you?
when you're not here, Deborah normally spend money.
This is bigger than a fridge freezer, Deborah, seriously.
It's not bigger than a fridge freezer.
It's enormous.
It'll fit in that hole.
Look at that. Got any paper in these shredding?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, look, lights to tell you how many sheets.
Let's see how far we can go with it before it breaks.
It guarantees not to clog up. You like that, don't you?
I love it. Like a knife for a butter.
Yeah. He's always shredding. See, he's Mr. Paper. I'm paperless. I probably won't use it very much. But he's always printing stuff and then wanting to shred it. Well, in terms of the cost, he'll get over it.
When it comes to appraising high-end assets, there's one area in particular that always catches James's eye.
Joy, come have a look at this, look.
What is it? Something exciting?
Would you like fast bikes?
Wow.
This client actually makes these bikes.
He made that bike?
He manufactures them. Yeah, super bike, track bike. Got two of them, wants to raise...
How fast can it go?
Well, it's in excess of 200 miles an hour, I would have thought.
200 miles an hour?
That's super quick,
I can
isn't
see
it?
you on
Do
it.
you reckon I'll be all right on that?
Yeah.
He's looking to raise £70,000, and we're going to get down and have a little look. Might even get it out on the track, so...
One for you, one for Deborah?
Do you reckon Deborah will be up for that?
I think she would be, yeah.
Because she's quite competitive, she'd probably beat me as well. This is part of another bike we're making.
54-year-old motor racing fanatic Dean is the proud owner and manufacturer of the superbike.
We're a precision engineering company. I started in 1993. I'd saved enough money to buy one machine, then worked really hard for a year or so till I had enough money to buy another, and so it went on. It's always a noisy house with a 7-year-old running around.
When he's not building his business, Dean rushes home to spend quality time with his wife and children.
Sometimes I get home a bit late from work, so I have to get my dinner from the oven, but if we can, we eat together. I started in bikes when I was probably 15, 16. Because of where I lived, I needed transport, so a moped was the only way to go. This picture was when I first started racing, so that was my first race bike. Now I, don't ride as much as I used to, but I get my kicks by actually building the bikes and watching other people ride them. Have a sit, see what you think.
Dean's company is sponsoring 16-year-old Liam, an up-and-coming rider in British superbikes.
This is the bike that yours is going to be modelled on, and I'm really excited to produce something that you're going to be racing next year.
I think the bike's a really beautiful piece of kit. I just need to knuckle down and get on with it and hopefully win the championship.
We're hoping to start work on the bike for Liam straight away, really. The only thing that's holding us back at the moment is getting some finance in place.
To raise the cash, Dean is turning to his labour of love, a custom-built superbike.
This is our first bike we've made. This has been pretty much my life for the last sort of 3 years. We've spent probably up to £200,000 on getting this bike developed. All the bodywork is carbon fibre. The chassis is all aluminium and magnesium used in the wheels. Every time I look at it, I just love it. We'd like to raise 70,000 for the project. If James is the petrol head that I think he might be, then I'm sure he's going to love this bike, and I don't think he'll be able to resist it.
Handbag expert Claudia is heading to see human Ken doll Rodrigo to take a closer look at his Louis Vuitton case and collection of watches.
I do enjoy visiting people in their homes because it just gives me a kind of insight of what their personalities are. He's got some amazing bits, and I'm really excited to see him, actually.
Finally, I'm gonna get to meet Claudia today. She's coming over to take my watches away and to praise my trunk. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to afford to buy the car that I really want.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Finally.
How are you today?
Yeah, good.
I really appreciate you coming over here
You're
to
welcome.
evaluate this big truck.
What kind of figure are you looking at for the case?
I would say 10K.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you my watches
Okay,
and then I'll be right with you, okay?
Lovely. All right, then. So, first impression of this case is that it has got some wear marks on it. So there's that big bump there. All the corners have got marks and dents on them. To be honest with you, sometimes when they are like that, people like that kind of worn look because it does give it that, you know, extra sort of vintage look about it. But in the interior, I mean, it does look like he has just used it for storage because it is in pretty good condition. It's clean.
Hi, Claudia.
Hiya, you're back.
So I got the watches
Brilliant.
for you to
Okay.
have a look at it.
Lovely.
They are both Cartiers,
Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it?
but this other one is very precious. It is a Cartier Santos. And going through my drawers in LA, I found this Rolex.
Okay.
And I would like to sell this one as well.
Just so I know, do you have a figure in mind of what you want for these watches?
Yeah, I would like £6,000 for the white
For this
gold one.
Okay.
Yes. And for the Cartier Santos,
Yep.
£50,000 for that.
Wow. Okay. And this one, do you have a figure in mind at all?
I would say about £45,000.
Okay. Well, I'll have to take these back to the shop and then we can hopefully make you a figure that suits you.
Fantastic.
All
That's
right.
great. Claudia seemed and looked a little bit surprised when I said that for one of the watches I would like 50K. So I'm really looking forward to see what Claudia will come up with.
I don't know if £50,000 for the Cartier Santos is going to be reachable because I don't really know about the watches. My bag is the suitcase, but we shall definitely get to work with all his items and see what we can offer him.
In Hatton Garden, long-serving staff member Lawrence has received an inquiry of historic interest.
I've just had this come in. It's a 14th to 15th century gold ring. This is very interesting because the gentleman who actually found it with a metal detector. I mean, I'm interested in anything historical, that's part of my job, but I've never actually come across a gold ring of this age being brought into the business, so it's actually a first for me.
I like the high tones on it, but also the low tones can be good.
50-year-old metal detecting enthusiast Dave is the owner of the gold ring.
That's a good signal, but the actual detector itself is saying it's tin foil, so we'll leave that one. I used to do a lot of fishing, but this just took over. It's much more better. There seems to be a lot of rubbish in this area. I got into it where there was the village I lived at, an old bloke used to go metal detecting. He loaned me a detector when I used to go out with him, and then after that I just got hooked. I've had gold pendants, medieval pendants, I've had a hoard of Bronze Age axes, countless Roman artefacts and finds. Well, that's my only good find of the day. We've got a 1800 George I. It's a halfpenny. Doesn't mind what it is, what you find, you know, it'll all give you that buzz at the end of the day when you're digging the hole because you just don't know what you're going to dig out.
Just need one.
That's lovely, Kevin, well done. That's really good.
Dave's partner, his two daughters and son Devon also share his passion.
Yeah, it's one of Daddy's metal detecting shirts, isn't it? Constance?
Apron, isn't it, Constance?
Whenever me and my dad go on metal detecting digs, we have a really, really great time.
Last year, Dave unearthed potentially his most valuable item yet.
This is my gold ring I found. As soon as I got it out of the ground, I knew it was an old ring. I didn't realise how old it was. Been dated 14th, 15th century by the British Museum. Yeah, the ring is one of the nicest items I've found. The intricacy of the work that's actually taken out on this is absolutely incredible. And it just beggars belief how they actually get the detail into items like this.
Crazy golf, go-karts.
Now Dave is hoping to sell the ring and treat the family.
We're looking for a weekend away with the kids and trying to find something with a bit more entertainment. And we're looking at £1,000 plus, you know, and then you've got spending money on top, like, so, you know, you could be anything from £1,500, so any money that we get is going to be well appreciated.
Alvin Stardust's widow Julie and family friend Trevor have arrived in Weybridge.
Hello, Lawrence. It's going to be Julie and Trevor.
To see what memorabilia expert Lawrence and boss James think of her signed guitar.
Hi, Julie. Yeah.
Hello.
How are you? You all right? And you?
Hi, James.
Hi, mate. Hi, Trevor. How you doing?
Believe it out.
Lord. Wow. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Well, let's put some gloves on because we don't want to damage anything. And what can you tell us about it, then?
So his mum bought it for him when he was 12. And at 14, he took it to Doncaster to go and see Buddy Holly, and the Crickets were playing there, the Gaumont Theatre. Because backstage, in Buddy's dressing room, Alvin said, oh, could you...
He wanted an autograph.
He wanted an autograph, but he had no paper. He said, oh, but I have got a pencil. What about signing my guitar? And then it became a thing with Alvin. You got the 4 Beatles on there, the original Stones were on there, the Who were on there.
Can we turn it over and have a look?
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah, go for it.
All the signatures are in pencil, so they're slightly inscribed into the wood as well.
And how many signatures in all are there on the guitar?
42, we think. 42 or 3,
42.
Yeah. Me parting with this is a massive moment in my life because it feels this is a massive part of Alvin.
Yeah.
And I'm just at that point where I'm thinking, no, this is... And also it's what he wanted. It was one of the last things he said to Trevor and to me, that we must, you know, push this forward.
Well, look, thanks for coming in, and we'll come back to you in the coming days.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
What an opportunity we've been presented with. This is like a piece of history here, isn't it?
Definitely.
They seem really nice guys.
Yeah,
My main
nice
thing is I
guys.
had to feel that they were nice, you know, because it's such a big thing for me to be doing that they seem great, so keep our fingers crossed.
Let's talk to the auction houses, let's talk to our private collectors and dealers that we've got, and there's a few of them I know would be clucking to get their hands on that.
I'll get to work on that, James.
Be good.
In Hatton Garden, Lawrence has called upon an antique jewellery expert for his opinion on Dave's gold ring.
Hello. Peter?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Would you like to come through?
OK.
Nice to meet you at last after we've talked on the phone on several occasions, and it's got something nice to show you. There we are.
Ah, OK. Right.
I was quite amazed by the work on it. It's really nice.
It's all engraved, and of course it used to be enamelled.
Yes.
But all the enamel is gone. They always are.
Have you seen many of these?
A few, yeah. They are rare.
Yeah.
But they're not that rare, but they are rare, yes.
Well, that's what I like to hear.
There's another one.
Oh, wow.
It's about 1400, the date, English. They're always English. I don't know why, but they're always English.
Would it be somebody of wealth that would have had this ring? So that's what I was thinking.
God, what is it, 3 grams or 3.5 grams? In those days, imagine, you could buy 2 houses on one of them because it was only for the wealthy.
Yeah. So now the sort of premium point is, can my client buy 2 new houses here with this?
No, definitely not. There's not enough material and not enough buyers.
Yeah.
It's the funny thing that's hard to buy and kind of hard to sell.
OK, fantastic. Well, thank you for your time, Peter.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch and we'll have a chat.
All right.
Cheers.
In Northamptonshire, James is on his way to Silverstone to put motor racing fanatic Dean's superbike through its paces.
He's looking to raise £70,000, ideally against one of those machines. And I'll have a little look, see what it's all about, and if they've got some levers that fit me, I'll take it out. It looks really, really foggy out there, although obviously I'm not scared. I'm right up for it. Almost up for any challenge. How you doing? You all right?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Liam.
Hi, James.
How are you? You all right?
We sponsor Liam to ride in the MotoStar Championship at British Superbikes, and we want to raise some money so that we can build a bike for Liam.
OK, and what can you tell me about them?
These are completely prototypes, so they're the same as would race in MotoGP, which is the sort of Formula One equivalent of motorcycle racing.
Fantastic. So are we going to be able to take these bikes out today?
Yeah, we're going to take these bikes out onto the Stowe circuit and do a few laps and have a bit of fun, see what your riding's like.
Brilliant. All right, well, I can't wait. Well, Liam, you'll be cheering for me, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
I feel a little bit nervous because it's a bit wet out there, and obviously, you know, I'm with professionals and I don't want to mug myself off, but I'm going to give it my best shot and hope that I don't send her up the road without me. The conditions out there were a little bit dicey. It was wet, slippery and foggy, but it wasn't going to stop me having a go. Easy, Tiger. Easy, Tiger. Oh, my God. When you're holding on for dear life, the adrenaline buzz is phenomenal. There's no getting away from it. This is absolutely incredible. That was absolutely brilliant, mate. I really enjoyed that. Tell me about the numbers again.
We're looking for £70,000. We're looking to use the white bike, the one that you've ridden, to raise that cash.
And tell me about the sort of retail numbers. If you were building one of these for a client, how much would that bike be?
We would be looking for 107,000.
107,000,
yeah.
OK. Well, look, obviously, this is really specialised, Dean, as you can appreciate, and it's going to take a lot of work from our point of view to get screwed down into the numbers and see where we are. We go back to the office and start work on it straight away.
Brilliant.
Fantastic, mate. Thanks
nice
for
one.
today. Brilliant. Stay safe.
Thanks, James.
Look, £70,000 is a hell of a lot of money for a bike, but they're telling me it retails at over 100,000. Dean has obviously got a lot of faith in Liam. You know, he obviously trusts him, he obviously believes in him.
I think James would be crazy not to give me the 70,000 that I'm looking for, because that's just a small proportion of what these bikes are worth. And he seemed quite stoked when he came in, so I'm sure he enjoyed himself.
In Richmond, Lawrence has been busy appraising Alvin Stardust's signed guitar and has decided to call autograph expert Mark for a second opinion.
Hi, Mark. It's Lawrence here, mate. I'm good. I think I might have found the Holy Grail for you, mate.
What we got?
We've got Alvin Stardust guitar. He's called it Peggy Sue. It's been signed by The Who, all the Beatles, Buddy Holly and the Crickets. It's a who's who of rock and roll, this one.
Wonderful. Obviously, the value's going to be way beyond a set of Who autographs because of what it's on and who it belonged to.
Well, exactly.
Same with the Beatles. You know, if the Beatles is worth £2,000, and that guitar is worth 3 times as much. You know,
Yeah.
so
You're a star, mate. Speak to you soon.
it's lovely to speak to you. Bye.
Cheers, pal. Bye. He's quite excited. That's unusual. Mark's not usually an excitable guy, but he actually sounded quite excited there. So there's nothing out there that I've ever come across that has been touched by so many legends. It's just absolutely... I can't emphasise how massive this is.
Fashionista Rodrigo's watches have arrived at the pawn shop. But while 2 are straightforward to appraise, James is taking the Cartier Santos that Rodrigo hopes will raise £50,000 to watch expert Nick.
I'm off to see Nick. If there's anything tricky that comes in that we need a second opinion on, it's a sort of insurance policy for us to make sure we get it right.
Hi, James. How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I'm all right. What I really want you to look at, basically, is this piece here.
OK.
So, I mean, it looks pretty impressive. Give me your opinion on it.
Diamond set Santos. Yeah, the dial's fine. Very fine work on there, it's really nice. Cartier make limited edition watches like this with diamond set, and they're pretty sort of specialised watches.
Right.
What I think I need to do is obviously have a look inside.
Lovely, let's have a look
All right.
inside.
Yeah, that's a genuine Cartier movement. It's highly finished, fully stamped. Yeah, running nicely. Gonna have a look under the scope with the stones.
All right.
There's a lot of wear because obviously the watch has been worn regularly. They're very high quality stone. Can't decipher whether it's been done by Cartier or aftermarket.
But whatever way, really high standard of work.
Yeah, very high standard. If it is a genuine Cartier set watch, it's worth a lot of money. If it's after set, it just devalues it somewhat. However, there's a lot of value in the diamonds.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a customer for it.
OK, all right. Because it's such a bespoke item, the variations in the numbers can be quite dramatic. We need to screw down into the figures and make sure we get that right, otherwise we could be out of pocket. Very good. See you later.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks for that.
See you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Metal detecting enthusiast Dave is waiting on news from Lawrence to see if the sale of his historic gold ring will raise enough cash for a family holiday.
Yeah, we're hoping for a bit of good luck with this phone call today. Yeah, we've had a real bad run of luck last month. We've had a cooker blow up on us. I've broken one of my metal detectors. The list's endless. Just need some good luck.
My only concern is whether Dave's got some outrageous figure he wants. Because in my mind, we're coming in with a really good offer. And if he doesn't go for it, I'll be very surprised, but it's really down to what people think.
Hello?
Hi, Dave. It's Lawrence from Prestige.
All right, Lawrence, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much.
Good. Been looking forward to your call.
I bet you've been looking forward to my call. It's been a while. Because it's an unusual item, it does take a bit longer than our normal quick service. It's a lovely, lovely ring. It's a lovely item. It's got age to it. It's definitely 14th century, and our experts seem to think it's one of the apostles.
Yes, yeah.
The issue that was brought up with it, the size of the ring and what would you actually do with it.
Right.
Because it's quite small, it's not something, it's a gents ring, definitely. But the size is more like a lady's size, so it's not a piece of jewellery that somebody can wear.
Right, yeah.
Well, I have got an offer for you, which I hope you'll be happy with.
Yeah.
We would give you 2,500 for it.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant.
Happy, man?
Oh, yeah, very happy. Thank you very much, Lawrence. That's brilliant.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a unique item. What I'm really happy is I've learned something. So when a ring like this comes in again, I'll have a good idea of what it's worth.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Speak to you soon.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye. 2,500. Yay. Over the moon with that.
I'm sorely tempted to start going home, buy myself a cheap metal detector and start digging up the garden. Because if I find a few of these, that will set my holiday for the next few years.
It will get me and the kids away on a holiday. So, yeah, over the moon. Thank you, Lawrence.
Fashionista Rodrigo has arrived at headquarters in the hope he can sell his items for £70,000 and buy his first car.
Well, I'm very excited to hear what Claudia will have to say in regards to my watches and my luggage and what is the real value of it.
They're gorgeous watches. The Louis Vuitton trunk case, lovely piece. I've got a price from Rodrigo. Now I'm quite curious to find out how he's going to feel about my offer. Come in.
Wow, Claudia, look at all these bags.
I know, there's loads. Come and take a seat.
Oh my God, all the Chanel and everything.
Do you like them?
I love them.
OK, well, basically, we'll start with the watches. Rolex, Cartier, they're brands that, you know, you can sell all day long. They're, you know, mass market. James took the Santos to a watch expert as well, just to have a second opinion. It's actually steel.
Oh!
It's not actually white gold.
Really, Claudia?
Yeah. Did you think it was white gold?
Yes. All along I was told that was white gold. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I can't tell the difference between steel and white gold.
Absolutely. And we haven't had it confirmed whether the diamonds were added afterwards. So not by Cartier, we're not sure about that. But the thing is, with this, we do have two people that are interested in it.
Oh, that's great. That's very good news.
I know.
Thank you.
With the case, because of the damage on it, that's really what lets it down, to be honest with you, because it has got quite a big bump on it.
Yeah, I'm aware about that.
Yeah, which is a shame, really. But again, I may have someone interested in that one as well.
Oh, that's good.
So just remind me what you want the money for?
Oh, I would like to use the money to buy a car and to pay for my driving lessons as well.
That's fantastic. And you have a car in mind?
I would like to buy a sporty car, automatic two-seater.
Any colour? Particular colour?
I like red.
I knew you were going to say red.
Or white. Yeah.
The figure that we're able to offer you at the moment, as it stands, is £20,000 for all of the items.
£20,000 for the 3 watches and the luggage?
Yeah.
Can I buy a car with that?
Yeah.
You just blown my bubble right now, okay? And but it is the reality, and I trust in your research and James' research as well. In regards to my Louis Vuitton ornamental piece of luggage, I am gonna keep that.
Okay.
But these two here, I need to have a think.
Absolutely.
About it. What would have been the offer just for the Rolex?
5,500.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, so that's nearly what I was expecting.
What you were expecting, yeah.
So, deal.
Deal. Lovely.
Thank you very much, Claudia.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to see you.
And you. I think it actually went quite well, considering Rodrigo's accepted the offer on the Rolex. He's not too sure about the Cartiers at the moment. Definitely not the Louis Vuitton case. And can he find a car for 20 grand? I think he can.
It's not all lost. At least I was able to make a very good deal on my Rolex watch. But 20k, can I really buy a car with that? I'm not quite sure that I can.
Motor racing fanatic Dean wants to raise £70,000 against his custom-built superbike and is in Weybridge for James's decision.
Since James has been to see the bikes and ridden the bikes and seen what we're all about, I'm sort of fairly optimistic, so I'm looking forward to hearing what he's going to say. It has been very difficult to establish a trade value for these rather than a retail. I've got a lot of connections in that sport, and we were able to make a few calls. That gave me a clear indication of where I need to be on the numbers. Grab a seat. How you been? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How did you get it? Car, bike, aeroplane?
Came up on the train today.
Oh, did you? Avoided the traffic? Probably wise, mate.
Yeah.
I had a lovely time at Silverstone, I must admit, and it was great fun. And what did you actually want to borrow again?
Well, I'm looking for 70,000 to build a smaller version of what you saw for Liam to compete in the Superbike MotoStar Championship next year.
Luckily for us, we're quite well connected in that world, and we were able to make a few calls, in particular a close friend of ours. So he was able to guide me in terms of some numbers. And what I'm able to do for you is I'm able to offer you £60,000, but it's going to need to be secured against both of the machines as a loan.
I see. Well, I was really hoping not to have to let go of both machines.
I mean, if you needed to do one of the machines just to get you going with the project, you're looking at 32 and a half against one of the bikes.
Okay. You know, it's nice to know that I've got that option, and I can consider that.
Okay, hopefully that might work for you. Well, look, thanks for coming down, and thanks again for what was a wonderful day out.
Thank you, yeah.
And I'll let you get back.
Enjoyed it, thanks a lot.
Lovely, cheers, mate. Thanks
Cheers,
for coming
James.
down.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, but nevertheless, James has given me an option, and yeah, I can think about that, and it may help me out.
I had to base my numbers on the trade auction figure, and that's how I got to the 32,500 for each machine.
We're definitely going to, you know, build the bike for Liam, and we'll raise the money one way or another.
Julie and family friend Trevor are on their way to see James and Lawrence to see if they have an offer for her late husband Alvin Stardust's guitar.
It's a very sensitive issue for us when someone comes in and they're emotionally attached to an item. You've just got to be really careful about how we handle it.
It does feel like it's like an ending.
But it's also keeping his name alive as well in a lot of ways, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, morning.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
You're all right.
Good, thank you.
Grab a
You?
seat, Trevor. How you doing?
James, good, thanks. How are you?
Grab a seat, yeah. Take your
Thank you.
coats off, make yourself comfy.
Well, first of all, I've got actually to say to you, it's been an absolute privilege to actually get the opportunity to work on this item, because it is so totally unique, and I know how much it means to you. You've got the Beatles, you've got Buddy Holly and the Crickets, you've got the Rolling Stones, you've got Eddie Cochran. It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
But the provenance, everything about it is great.
It's a truly amazing thing. It is a one-off, and in terms of desirability from a collector's point of view, it actually doesn't get any better than this.
People were really talking like this being the holy grail of memorabilia.
I've personally put it out to some of the major auction houses. They came back to us with some numbers, but we always felt that it might be a private collector that would be best placed to put a bid in for it. Have you got any ideas of the figures you may have been thinking of?
It's more about not letting it go for a small, silly amount, because for me, it's the respect for Alvin, really, because he really invested a lot into it, and especially when he was ill towards the end.
He was hoping this would look after you.
Yeah, and you know, for Millie's university and silly things like, you know, he would, if he was alive, be buying her first car. You know, that's what Dad's tried to do, and that's what I want to be able to do, and that is my driving force.
OK, well, we've got a private individual that has shown keen interest, and he's a strong buyer. He's known to the business, and he has put a figure to us of £400,000.
Wow.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel quite proud. My boy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think that would be
Just really hit me that he was out there right at the end.
Personally, I think it's a good number to achieve. I mean, it's a fantastic item.
I feel very happy with that.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
That's good.
No problem with dealing with it.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks for
Pleasure.
coming in.
Okay.
Lovely.
Thanks very much, James.
Cheers, Trevor. Julie.
Oh. Mwah. Mwah.
Thank you. Great to meet you
Even though he got
guys.
germs, I don't care.
For me personally, it's moments like this that make coming worthwhile. On this occasion, I think we did really well, and I think we exceeded perhaps Julie's expectations in terms of the value.
That was good, wasn't it? Through a very negative time in my life, 2 years of very negative times of missing him like crazy, something positive's coming out, and I can say, we did it, Al, we did it.